Ever wonder how some people come up with those brilliant ideas? It's like they connect things you'd never ever think to put together. Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on that whole process and explore these invisible bridges that lead to some seriously profound insights. We all have that one friend, right? The one you go to for advice, and somehow they just get it. Their advice is always uncannily on point. It feels like they're seeing a bigger picture that we're missing. So today we're going to solve the mystery of how they do that. And it's more than just good advice, isn't it? It's like they take your whole problem and just flip it on its head, showing you a connection you never saw. They seem to have this mental map of the world where everything links together, even the most random stuff. So, what's their secret? And really, that's the heart of it right there. Where most of us see a jumble of disconnected facts, a mess, chaos, they see a hidden pattern. They see an underlying structure that connects it all. It's a totally different way of looking at the world. Okay, so to really wrap our heads around this, let's use a metaphor. Just imagine for a second that your mind is kind of like a cluster of islands. Each island is a different subject you know about. The real question is, how do you get from one island to another? For example, let's say on one island, you've got all your knowledge about marine biology, coral reefs, ocean currents, the whole ecosystem. And then way over on another island, completely separate, is urban planning, how we design our cities. I mean, on the surface, those two things have absolutely nothing in common, right? This is where the magic happens. That invisible bridge is the mental leap that connects those two islands. So what if you took the principles of a coral reef, this complex, self-sustaining community where everything works together, and applied that to designing a city? All of a sudden, you're not just building roads and buildings. You're creating a living neighborhood where businesses, homes, and green spaces all support each other. That new idea is the invisible bridge. Now, this whole invisible bridge thing, it isn't just a cool-sounding metaphor. It's a real, actual cognitive process. And of course, science has a name for it, and it's the key to this entire puzzle. And the name is associative integration. It's the brain's incredible ability to weave together these totally random threads of information from different fields into a brand new, coherent idea. And this is so important. It's not magic, it's a skill. What I find really fascinating about this is that word naturally. For these deep thinkers, this isn't some chore they have to force themselves to do. It's just how their brains work. They're constantly, automatically scanning for these connections in the background. So if this is happening naturally for some people, what's going on upstairs? What's the secret sauce that makes someone a master bridge builder of ideas? I mean, this is the big question, right? Is it just about reading a ton of books? Or is there something fundamentally different happening in their minds that allows them to see what the rest of us miss? Well, it seems to boil down to two key things. First, they've got what you could call advanced mental wiring. Their brains are literally better at making these broad, sweeping connections across different parts of the brain. And second, they have a high self-reflective capacity. That just means they think a lot about their own thoughts and experiences, which gives them this huge internal database of ideas to pull from. Okay, let's bring this all home. We started with our wise friend, we've dug into the science behind it, and now we can see how this all adds up to what is, honestly, a real-world superpower. And here we are. This is the answer. The reason their advice feels so deep and so wise is because they aren't just looking at your problem in a vacuum. They're subconsciously pulling from everything they know, history, biology, art, you name it, and building an invisible bridge directly to your situation. So you can pretty much break it down into this simple three-step process. First, they just perceive these seemingly unrelated concepts. Then their brain almost automatically gets to work building that invisible bridge between them. And finally, boom, a totally new, unique insight is born from that connection. Which brings us right back to where we started. This incredible ability to find order and clarity when everyone else is just seeing a mess. It isn't magic. It's a real mental process of seeing the hidden connections that tie our world together. So, I'll leave you with this to think about. Now that you know the secret, what invisible bridges are you going to build? What unrelated ideas can you connect to create your next big insight?